What is happening, Internet? Welcome back to Kwingsletsplays. Sorry for the late start, but YouTube is doing some crazy shenanigans, erasing live views, not counting live views, removing 20 to 30 likes on previous streams, and making it impossible for us to do our job by interfering with our ability to earn income. But anyway, this is Fortnite Wilds. This is the new season that kicked off today, featuring a very teeny tiny Optimus Prime in the background. And this would have been ideal to actually have Indiana Jones and some other characters then, because Indiana Jones movie was literally coming out this month, and they released Indiana Jones as a playable character 6 months to 8 months ago. So, I mean, timing is everything. Like, they really... And they have, like, makeshift Indiana Jones, like, right there. So...
Makeshift Indiana Jones, oh my god.
I might actually be using Indy today. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Fortnite Wilds. And Jurassic Park characters would be interesting. They did Indiana Jones with Optimus, yeah. Now watch how small they make him. There he is! Tiny Optimus. They should have made him a little bit bigger, though. Like, there are even characters in Fortnite that are bigger than him.
It's weird.
It is. It is. It is a little bit. Now we get to see more of Fortnite Wilds. Well, you can still slide in this. There's a lot of jungle theme in it. I thought they said Cybertron was in this. I don't really see any Cybertron planets. Yeah. Also, is Optimus the only one that's in this?
Good question.
They have this is fine emote. No, you can't play as Prowl. Prowl's not even in the new movie. Did I just say Megatron next time? I can't see who that is. I think Optimus is the only rep. For a second there, I thought Sub-Zero was going to show up. It's like, no, it's just some type of new sniper guy. Interesting. Well, the cars are still in this. Is that supposed to be like MacGyver cat guy?
MacGyver cat.
Crew battle pass. Member benefits unlocked. Claim. Okay. Fortnite crew. Oh, lovely. Sticks. Okay. Oh, and I still have Spider-Man and stuff, obviously. So we got axe. Some type of emote. I don't know what that is. Some music. Oh, banner icon. I don't really give music anymore, do they? New character. Imani. Expressionism. Okay. Is that spray paint? Or paintbrushes? I think it's paintbrushes, actually. Alright, let's see what's going on with Optimus.
Bargain bin Indiana Jones.
Bargain bin Indy. You know what? We're not doing bargain bin Indy. We're gonna bring in Indy.
Ooh,
We're going to
but
Fortnite.
He's
No.
not available this season.
Oh, I have him.
Oh.
I have Indiana Jones.
What? Nani?
Yeah, I have Indy. Just have to remember where Indy is.
Indy.
We have Ryan Reynolds too.
Yeah, he looks weird.
Wait, wasn't he supposed to be buffer? I thought he was like huge. There's Indy. So we see we've got no more bargain bin Indy. We got Indy.
Don't you have to change all his stuff?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you get the you give him a raft.
Get raft.
Seaplane.
Ooh, the plane.
Yeah. Give him the lightsaber.
The plane.
All right. Anyway, so now we have okay. This still has bargain bin tattoo Indy. So here's regular Indy. I don't know who this is. Item collected. Some girl.
Some girl.
Era.
Some girl.
There you go, Dr. Jones. Yep. Spooky stuff. Miles. Oh, we have a. Wait, is that copyrighted? Please play and leap into the Spider-Verse, part of Across the Spider-Verse set. Or is that Spider-Man themed music?
You actually have all copyrighted music turned off already. On
Oh,
your
okay. Well, that's good. All right, so
you
let's
should
check
be
out
covered.
let's check out what's going on with this. Okay, so this is the Battle Pass rewards page. Okay. So we got Indy. We brought back Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones legit. Dr. Jones. Okay, and Battle Pass. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with the brand new spanking Battle Pass. Okay. Battle Pass rewards.
Some girl.
Era, she's new. Claim. Okay. So how far I bet you they made Optimus at the end. What do you think? You think Optimus is at the end?
Yeah, probably.
Amber's gonna say Optimus is at the end of the page.
That's what I'm gonna say, Luke.
Okay.
I'm saying that now. Some guy.
Some guy named Trace.
Jungle guy.
Jungle guy
Man.
Trace.
Jungle man with electronic fingers.
Wait, why does he have electricity power? Because
of
reasons.
Reasons.
Trace, wander no more. Okay. We've got
Some other guy.
Rebel Trace.
Oh, this is him again.
This
but
is him
in
as a
different
rebel.
Outfit.
Yeah.
There's Trace with a hoodie, but not a hoodie.
It's like a half hoodie with. Is that what? What is
hoodie. This is. Wow.
Interesting.
This is when you're afraid of going out in the pandemic.
Double mask. And we've got Rain?
Ryan.
Rian? I don't know.
I'm gonna. Unless this is a. I don't know what's happening here.
Something's happening. We got a molten max axe. We got an electric shredder. That's
That's cool.
That's cool. I like that backpack thing. That's pretty cool.
Dope.
And we got this girl.
Rian. I'm gonna call her Rian because calling her Ryan sounds weird.
Her hat looks different in the picture.
What is going on with her mouth? She's got something going on.
Got metal. Don't get struck by lightning there.
Oh, yeah.
Rock slide. Rian or whatever. Rin. Banner icon. Got a buzzsaw breacher. Something to ride on. Rian. Whatever.
I don't know. Oh, the meme!
This is fine.
Oh, I think Gio was showing me that. I think he had that meme in Fortnite already.
Yeah.
Awesome, Gio.
Yeah. This is fine.
Very cool.
This is fine. We've got... Who's this guy? I can't see because we have a relic.
Wow, so many people coming and leaving. Guys, try not to come and leave so much. So we can't see anything.
We got...
We're gonna have to turn off notifications, because...
Just relax.
Ugh.
They have some kind of cool backpack. Signal tracer.
Signal tracer.
And then this guy is relic.
You look like you're Blue Beetle, but you're Tan Beetle.
Looks like White Beetle. Alright, so we've got...
Bone Beetle.
Relic looks cool in his, like, mask and stuff like that, though. I don't like him unmasked. He looks kind of weird.
Yeah, you look like you're made out of bone.
Yeah, he looks better with the mask on. It looks more superhero-like.
Yeah.
So you got a banner icon for this relic guy. Relic spear. Hunter reach spear thing. That's cool. And a relic, what is that? Interesting glider.
I don't even know what to call this.
Sky Scout, and then we got Relic. That's cool.
That's kind of cool.
I like that.
You
I
look
like
like
that.
you're from Star Wars or
Deep
something.
Walker Relic. It's got a nice, trench coat type thing going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with
All right,
that.
page 8 is
Mariposa?
Mariposa. Big wrestler chick. I don't know. Get some wings because they always have to have wings in every season pass.
Girls like wings.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah. That's cool. That's like that's an interesting glider.
And here is
There's the wrestler chick.
the wrestler girl.
I thought luchadors are supposed to have like a mask on at all times.
They are.
Okay, well there she is. So that's the luchador version of her, I guess. But yeah, even as a public figure, she's supposed to have a mask on.
That's true.
That's true.
That's actually true.
Yeah, that is true. I remember that from Lucha Libre. Lucha Libre. That
Yeah, Mucha Libre or something.
Yeah, that was that one thing. We got some type of, I don't know, Smash gloves. Luchador count. And then we've got her Luchador version.
That looks cool.
Day of the Dead or something like that. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, she does look like Day of the Dead.
Alright, next up, we have Lorenzo. And it looks like he's an archaeologist. In fact, it is the archaeologist. It's Bargain Bin Indy.
He's like Indiana Jones, but not.
Yeah, modern Indiana Jones, but with lots of tattoos and attitude.
Yeah, because in today's world,
He's got a compass, like, tattooed on his arm.
nothing says modern like I spent $3,000 in tattoos with permanent ink that when I'm old I'm gonna regret later.
He has a tattoo of a map on his other arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe he just, like, got bored and he just drew himself with pen.
Maybe it's all marked with pen.
It could be. It might all be, like, gonna wash out. Okay, so we've got Lorenzo the Dashing. He's got a little bird that follows him. Bird glider. Bird glider.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Torch. Map. Dramatic flares. That's very indie-like.
That's cool.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. The flares would be useful.
Pandemic Lorenzo.
Yeah, everyone's wearing a mask in every... Yeah.
I like this. He looks like a pirate, though. Looks like a pirate with a mask.
I don't like the mask. I think it looks terrible, but...
Looks like Sub-Zero. Kind of.
Yeah, I guess, except for not at all.
Iconic era. So we have era again, but now she's iconic. Ooh, I like that. I like the electric size. Except they don't even look like electric size.
They
They look like tiny dagger swords.
They look like...
Isn't she supposed to be a different color?
Yeah, it looks like she's supposed to be wearing white.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
Oh,
I like that.
Oh, there's her...
That's pretty cool.
Wearing white look. That
So you get to see her default, and then her, like, page 12 is actually pretty cool looking. So yeah, they're saving Optimus for the very end. You'd have to pay $100 or more for Optimus. The hat looks cool. Timeless era, so they give you another era. So era is dominating this.
So maybe it's about time traveling.
Ancestral shift. Oh, I think that's a morph ability. So that's not even her second costume. That's like a way to change her look, like using some type of feature you unlock in the game.
Morphness.
Like morphing, yeah. It's morphing time. And then you've got the timeless era. Because she doesn't have a picture, does she? Oh, no, she does. Iconic era does have one. Never mind. She has a lot. So...
And now she has that.
The timeless one looks cool. She looks like female Raiden.
She looks really cool there.
Yeah.
I like the hat, especially. Now it doesn't
look as
cool.
The hat's a nice touch, yeah.
Doesn't look as cool without the hat.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. It looks cool.
And Optimus Prime is page 14.
The picture of him looks better than he does.
Yeah, it does. Level 90, so it's going to take you a while to unlock him, unless you literally drop the $100 for him.
I am Optimus Prime.
I love that backpack.
Leader of the
so only one
Autobots.
Transformer for right now.
Da-na-na-da-na.
They're trying to get G1s to shell out the money for Optimus. I would.
Now return to
Cybertronian Axe is nice.
Transformers.
I still say he's too small, though.
This is Optimus's little tiny 9-year-old brother. Optimus, someday I want to be you.
Tiny Optimus Prime. There he is.
This doesn't. His chest needs to be 4 times bigger.
Yeah, it kind of does.
It doesn't look like Optimus.
Optimal Tinymus.
Tinymus.
Also, his hand is supposed to turn into an axe, and the gun is something he holds. So they're kind of changing things a little bit here. A little bit.
Weird.
Alright, so that's Optimus.
Yeah, his chest should be so much bigger. Ugh. I don't know what's happening here.
Cat crab.
So literally, like, when you're a Beast Boy and you turn into, like, animals, you're literally bigger than Optimus because he's tiny. Tiny mouse!
They don't want to make Optimus overpowered. Well, I mean, but they have bigger Fortnite characters. They could have given him, like, a bigger build, too. I think Hulk is even bigger than him.
Yeah, Hulk is bigger than Optimus? That makes no sense. Yeah, literally, Optimus is literally an alien from Cybertron who's, like, huge.
I like the design. I just wish that he was, like, maybe, I don't know, like, a couple feet bigger.
Literally, his legs are long and his torso is tiny. His torso should be at least the length of his legs, and then it should be 3 times as wide for his chest. Like, even if they couldn't fit it into the character model, they should have at least lengthened his chest, like, at least 20%. Yeah.
For this design, though, I like it better than the Transformers Rise of the Beast, what they did with Optimus, because I thought we were going to get, like, G1 Optimus in that movie.
Yeah.
This design would have worked better in the movie.
At least he has a faceplate, which is G1 Optimus.
Yep, faceplate is G1 Optimus, and
Accurate.
I love the picture in the background. Like that's
cool.
That is very cool.
If only he looked like that in the game, because he doesn't quite look like that. His character model.
That is cool.
They're making his chest look bigger in that picture, and then when you actually see him, he's like tiny.
Yep. So that's everything the Season Pass has to offer. Let's check out the item shop before we get into some matches. Optimus Primal. Well, that's just Prime.
And why does your logo for Optimus Primal look like a Decepticon logo, kind of?
He's a Maximal.
You look like a cross between Black Panther and Optimus Prime. I don't know what's happening. What's a Maximal?
Beast Wars, the 90s.
Oh, I got it.
So, is he the only other Transformer they have right now is Optimus Primal? Let's see. Who do we got? We have Viking guys back again. Viking guy always randomly shows up. They got the superheroes again.
Yay! Oh, Mushroom Man.
Is that Bigfoot?
It is
That is Bigfoot.
And you can get a tent.
And you can get the very sneaky thing. Okay.
So
far, they just have Optimus Primal to Maximals.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. What?
Yeah, that's Optimus Primal.
Wow.
Brave Maximals, part of the Transformers set, introduced in Chapter 4. The only problem is I liked with Optimus Primal how, at least in the Beast Wars like cartoon, he wasn't all like gorilla-like. You could see he had some red and blue to his, his transformation, so you could tell it was Optimus. So to me, this kind of looks like Michael Bay's version of the Beast Wars people, except Michael Bay wouldn't have been familiar with Beast Wars. So that's why they have like a new director. He looks okay. I mean, he's supposed to be a gorilla. It makes sense. And he is tinier than most Transformers, so he makes sense to be in Fortnite. But
Gorilla Optimus.
I'm guessing this is his design from the movie. So he's all gray and black. There's no red. There's no blue. Totally lives up to the robot in disguise. We're gonna pick him up. Let's see what he has. So he's 1800. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a little something so you guys can't see.
Transformers, robots in disguise. Whoa. I have never seen Beast Wars, but
Beast Wars was pretty cool. Beast Wars was pretty dope.
I like.
It was a 90s thing.
I like Optimus's classic look.
You like Optimus's classic look? Like the G1 look?
Yeah. With the face plate.
It's because it's classic. Alright, so we're going to do Optimus Primal. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Transform. Equip. Optimus Primal.
Let's roll.
And that's not a Decepticon, that's a Maximal thing. Predacons are, as it goes, wait, is it Predacons? Predacons terrorize, Maximals maximize, I believe. But, I mean, it was so long ago that I might have gotten it wrong. You have to remember that Beast Wars was on when I was in grade school, so that was, that was quite a while ago.
Transform and roll out.
I think the show came out when I was in 5th grade. Like, Beast Wars? I don't remember. I think it was like 1995, 1996.
I couldn't help you because I didn't even have TV then.
No, that's okay. But I did like... I still remember freaking out, like, watching, the, Transformers Beast Wars. Especially the episode where literally Optimus Primal and, Megatron... I forget what Megatron's name was. Like an ancient descendant of Megatron. They're in a major battle, and Optimus Primal and Megatron stumble upon the Ark, the Transformers Ark, where the because they end up in the past, like prehistoric Earth, right? So the Autobots like end up like from Cybertron in the future. They end up like falling into like a black hole or sucked into a black hole, and the Ark ends up on the Earth, like during the time of the dinosaurs. So then the Maximals somehow get transported, I forget how, back in time, and they end up like in the era where they didn't realize the Ark was, and then like later on as the seasons go, they run into the Ark, and it's up to Optimus Primal to prevent Megatron from killing Optimus Prime in his stasis when he's sleeping. And then it was so cool, like, later on in that season when you actually see Optimus Prime look at, like, he wakes up from stasis for a brief second, and he sees Optimus Primal, like, right there next to him. And, you know, they've saved the future, basically. It's almost like a time travel show, but you didn't realize it was a time travel show until much later on. It was so well done. But the animation was kind of iffy for the 90s. Like, they weren't able to really sell the animation. Like, the animation to me always looked a little weird. And then it became, like, super cartoony.
Yeah.
When they did Beast Wars Beast Machines, which was the final season. And I didn't watch that one, because it was... They became, like, half organic, half Transformer, whereas before they were all Transformer that fused with the animals on Earth, and they took, like, you know, form of the animals, but then in the final season they were more organic, and they took that organic life to Cybertron, and that's when you kind of lost me, because it kind of defeated the whole purpose of it. They were turning Cybertron basically into the Earth or something, terraforming it.
Yeah, that's... Wow, that's pretty intense.
Yeah, so I don't know what the new movie's about. I'd like to see it, but I don't know.
You do look like Gorilla Optimus.
He looks like the Black Panther. He looks like Black Panther Transformer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we're waiting to get into a match. Okay, I guess I have to go again. Waiting on a minute. I would love if they added more Transformers in this. I'd love to see, like, Bumblebee and Cheetah, like, as, like, a bundle. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Mirage would be cool, as well as some of the Decepticons. If they do it. I don't know if they're going to do it. Is Starscream in the new movie, though?
Oh.
I know Cheetah. It's either Cheetah or Chitauri. No, it's not Chitauri. I think it's Cheetah.
There's the Autobot that's red that jumps high jumper or whatever.
Cliff Jumper? I don't think he's in the movie.
Cliff Jumper and Jazz and Prowl.
Jazz is dead. Unless they brought him back. Cheetor. Thanks, Sammy.
I want to see Cliff Jumper.
He's not around anymore. I don't believe.
Well, then I don't want to see the movie. I don't like it. My favorite Autobots are gone. I don't like that. What about that Autobot that used to be a Decepticon and he turned over and he's the plane?
Jetfire?
Yeah, Jetfire.
He's not in it either, I think.
Oh, well then, I don't understand the point of seeing the movie if all my favorite Autobots aren't even there. Da 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 da. We now return to the Transformers.
Yeah, I wish that... I mean, if they were going for, like, Black Panther robot, this looks really cool, but Optimus Primal's supposed to have a little bit more color to him, so you can tell that he's a Transformer. When he's in his beast form, yeah, he looks like a regular gorilla. Except in the 90s.
Interesting.
But here he looks like a, you know, just kind of like Black Panther robot, which is fine, but not enough color for me.
Yeah, it's supposed to be more, yeah, it looks a little bit more like Optimus.
Well, he's descended from Optimus, sort of.
Oh, wow, okay, so...
Don't ask me how, I don't know.
I didn't even know that, like,
if I remember correctly, Transformers Beast Wars originally took place, they were the descendants of the Autobots and Decepticons hundreds and hundreds of years in the future, or even thousands of years in the future. I don't remember. You have to watch the first episode to get a synopsis of, and basically just like the Transformers or the Autobots and Decepticons were at war with each other, the Predacons, was it the Predacons? Yeah, Predacons and Maximals were fighting each other. And it was kind of like full circle where, you know, the descendants of Prime and Megatron were still at war with each other. So many, maybe like a century later or eons later, I don't know. But the old Transformers are gone. And also, they changed their size to be that of almost like the size of humans. Whereas before, they were like these towering skyscrapers almost. In fact, in the episode where the Maximals and the Predacons meet the original Transformers in stasis, they are so small in comparison to the sleeping Transformers on the Ark. They're like, I think in their full transform state, they come up to like half of a leg of a Transformer.
Oh, wow.
Like, maybe like they're up to their ankle.
Oh, wow. So they're smaller.
Very, very small. They're like the size of humans almost, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That's weird. I'm used to Autobots and Transformers being huge.
Well, that's how they were. I mean, as the show went on, this is fine. Thank you, Gio. This is fine. As the show went on, like, more and stuff changed, but when they incorporated the lore of G1 into it, it blew my mind as a kid, because I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. This is like a 90s take on the Transformers, except, you know, we didn't realize they were on prehistoric Earth until, like, later on in the seasons. And then it was like, oh, okay. And then you realize, wait a second, that one guy who's with the Predacons is actually a reformatted Decepticon from, you know, the old days. I think it was Soundwave. Was turned into, like, another, he was like a Transformer bounty hunter / police officer.
Oh, wow.
That was undercover working for the Predacons, but still was friendly with the Maximals.
Oh yeah, Soundwave would be a fun
Soundwave,
character.
yeah, he was in it for a while, but he had a different name. I can't remember what his name was. He was a jackal, I think. Like a jackal creature. It was Ravage. Or Ravage, yeah, something like that.
Cool.
Yeah, and he looked really cool, but he wasn't in the show very long because I think he died. There was a lot of people that died in that show.
Oops.
Well, I mean, it was the 90s, so you were allowed to have dark takes on stuff. They were able to take the story and make it darker. My favorite character in the show actually was not Optimus Primal, even though he was voiced by David Kaye, the guy who played Treize in Gundam Wing. My favorite character was a former Predacon turned Maximal by the name of Dinobot, and he was my favorite character. He didn't make it, but he has. I would say it was kind of like a Boromir situation with him. Like, you know how Boromir, like, did something bad and then he protected the hobbits with his last breath against like a invading orcs.
Yeah.
Well, since they were on prehistoric Earth, and the first humans were in danger by, I don't know what he was fighting. I think he was fighting Predacons or something. But he ends up sacrificing his life to save prehistoric humans so that humans don't end up being extinct, which would, you know, change the course of history and all this other stuff. So he gives up his spark to save them, and it was like it was a really cool thing to see because he was actually trying to become the leader of the Maximals because he thought Optimus Primal was kind of weak and, you know, a pacifist.
Oh, wow.
And they were in war with Megatron and his forces on Earth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but he ended up, you know, laying down his life for future humans.
Oh my goodness.
I know, and that was a '90s show. It was very deep, provoking, thought-provoking show. And it was a CGI animated show that looked kind of hokey sometimes, but the characters, the voice acting, the storylines, it was Transformers. And then people were devastated when they brought back the original Transformers for, like, Japanese animated stuff. Like, I don't even remember the name of the shows, but it was heavily Japanese. It was anime, and it didn't have the same type of storylines that they were doing with Beast Morphers and stuff like that, because that was the next shows. Because in Japan, they never really stopped making the Transformers stuff. So then when anime started to get really big in the States, they started to, you know, import or export a lot of Japanese Transformer shows and dub them over here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
But that actually led to the revival of the Transformers property over here, is when they were dubbing a lot of Japanese shows that were Transformers. It revitalized the series, and then eventually, you know, history is what it is now because the Transformers became popular again.
Nice. Yeah, I mean...
I think there was like 4 Japanese Transformers animes before American shows started making Transformers again. With like Transformers Animated and some other stuff.
Yeah, Transformers always seem popular. Like, for me, I mean, it never goes out of style.
Do you remember the Transformers Animated with the weird designs and
I mean,
on Cartoon Network?
I never watched it until I met you, Luke. So
no, we were married. We were married. It was it was a weird design. It was right around the time of Michael Bay's Transformers.
Yeah, I think
Optimus didn't really have his faceplate.
I think I remember a show where there was no faceplate.
Yeah. And Prowl was a motorcycle, like a motorcycle samurai.
That vaguely sounds familiar.
Yeah. That show got a little dark too, but I couldn't. The animation really bothered me. It's like they could have made the show look so cool, and they used a really weird visual style.
Yeah.
Why?
That is weird. Yeah, I do remember like being obsessed with the show, like being obsessed with the fact that there was no faceplate.
Yeah. That was not a very Prime thing for me to do. Vector Sigma. I'm surprised that they never really made a, well, no, they did make, I take that back. They did make Transformers Beast Wars games. You can get them on PlayStation, and, I think there was one on, was there one on PS2? I don't think so.
Looks like we got
a dinosaur?
I guess someone's riding a
dinosaur.
That's pretty crazy. Okay, guys, thanks for the 113 likes. And Femboy Wolfie became a member. Sorry I've been missing. I'm enjoying Tears of the Kingdom making too many machines. I made a robot the other day that moves without me having to control it. It is 500 Zenite worth.
Wow.
Wow, Femboy Wolfie. Oh my gosh.
That's amazing that you made... That's a lot of Zonite. That's insane.
Yep, thank you so much, Femboy Wolfie, for becoming a member. That's really... We appreciate that so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so, like people are saying in the chat, like, Beast Machines was such a weird show because, like, you can kind of view, like, the Maximals almost become kind of like this terrorist cell on Cybertron where Yeah, Megatron has taken over the planet, and they're robots, but they kind of have this whole organics versus robot thing, and they're actually fighting their former friends that have been turned into robots. Again, like their sparks were taken, and they were reborn into new robot bodies, and they became like the enemies of them on the show. So it's like they really changed everything.
Yeah.
And it was like organics, very few organics people versus like Cybertronian robots, and at the whole time it's like the story changed to the point where now the Beast Machines were trying to terraform, which terraforming is never a good thing. They were trying to terraform a cybernetic planet into organic life, and then the show just kind of ends on like this weird cliffhanger. It kind of had a resolution, but not really. Like, they definitely left room for a sequel. And I remember I gave up on Beast Machines, and I saw the finale because it was advertised on TV. Yeah. I was just like, okay, I'll give... I stepped away from the show because it was getting really weird, and they were fighting their friends, and it was, you know, Megatron was Cybertron itself.
And that's the...
Beast Wars.
Yeah, Beast Wars.
And I tuned in for the finale, and a lot of people did, and actually, it broke records. Like, the finale of Beast Machines had a lot of eyes on it in the late 90s. And it just, like, it made so many questions for Transformers fans after it. It's like, okay, so where do we go from here? And then, of course, like I said, the next Transformers show that everybody saw was the Transformers, like, Japanese anime stuff getting dubbed by, coincidentally, what was funny is a lot of the voice actors from Beast Wars and Beast Machines ended up voicing certain characters in the Japanese dub-overs of the Transformers shows. So sometimes you had Gary Chalk or you had David Kaye playing Optimus again. You would have not Frank Wegler. I'm trying to remember. They would both Gary Chalk was Optimus, I believe was his name. And then David Kaye played Megatron. But then sometimes David Kaye played Optimus, and then Gary would play a Decepticon, and it would alternate. Like every series was a little bit different. It was almost like a Transformers multiverse situation.
All right, there's Beast Machines and Beast Wars.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Silver Sonic and everyone.
Beast Wars is better. Beast Machines is the continuation of Beast Wars, and it's weird. I didn't like it.
Yeah, Femboy Wolfie says, I remember Beast Machines. It was cool, but I couldn't get into it.
Yeah. It was like during that weird time where 90s cartoons were changing to be weird. Like, I believe Beast Machines was right around the same time as Spider-Man Unlimited, which was a really weird show. And there was, like, Sherlock Holmes in the 24th century, like that type of weird stuff. Like, a lot of sci-fi elements that just didn't really click well for people anymore.
Yeah.
Because people had kind of, not really grown out of the sci-fi stuff, but it was, like, overused, oversaturated.
Oh, there's people trying to explain the ending to it or something. Well,
I still don't get the ending of it.
It
felt like Optimus Primal became like kind of like not really sharing Optimus Prime's ideals anymore. He became connected to the source or whatever they called it, which was the organic life that they were trying to transmutate Cybertron with. Like Optimus Primal would talk with the green or the source. I don't remember the name.
Wow, that sounds weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, Optimus Prime used to talk to the Spark in some, you know, incarnations of the Transformer shows. Like, the Spark was the thing inside of him. The Matrix was alive. Matrix of Leadership. And in other versions, the Matrix of Leadership is just, like, this power source. It's not, like, this being.
I just like...
All depends.
Because it's, like they're, like, people that oversee humanity. Like, they protectors of Earth. Like, giant protectors of Earth that... You know, it's like... It just kind of reminds me of, like, you know, it just feels like angelic battles in the sky between, like, huge machines that are so much more powerful than us, protecting the Earth. It's just interesting, like, to think of, like, oh, there's somebody trying to destroy the Earth, but there's this huge, like, you know, people from other planets that are actually machine people that are protecting Earth. It's just really cool to think about.
I killed like 3 people in that thing.
Like Guardian
But
Angels.
I do run around a lot because I get lost.
No, Luke just runs around because he's talking. He just likes to talk about stuff. I don't think you were lost.
No, I was lost. It's a new map. I have no idea where I'm going.
I mean, yeah, this is just showing it off and running around. And I mean, I could probably play this and build some stuff. When I play, I like to build things.
When Amber plays, she builds.
And I also shoot a lot of people, or try to at least.
That sounds lovely.
But when Luke plays, he just likes to run around, which is... Actually, I like that. And we could always emote. I usually run around and then emote.
Let me ask you guys this, because this is 8-year-old me or 9-year-old me trying to remember. The transformation sequence in Beast Wars, is it Predacons terrorize and Maximals maximize, or is it something else? Like, what do they say when they transform? Am I right, or am I remembering it wrong or backwards? Seriously? Holy crap, that was almost 30 years ago. Wow.
I would play, but I'm kind of I don't want to be this person, but I'm a little bit exhausted, and I'm just trying to save my energy for the next stream. So I'm going to be playing a lot on the next stream. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing on the next stream.
Yeah, Amber's the host of My Sims.
I'm going to do my streams next stream. I mean, I could have half of mine to take a half-hour break right now, so I will be ready for my Sims. But I don't want to, like, leave you here alone, so...
I'm not alone.
Okay, well maybe I will take a small break. It's like, because this has been this is the end of a very long day. Like, and today we basically, on all our videos, we've been pushing likes, and every time we get up to like 80 or 100 likes, YouTube takes 20 likes away. And if we don't get enough likes, then we can't stop the stream. So it's like... It's like if you're running a race, and at the end of the race you get a candy bar, but every 3 feet somebody keeps kicking you and pushing you to the ground. It's really hard to keep running.
Who was my least favorite character in Beast Wars? Probably Waspinator was the one that annoyed me the most, but I also loved seeing him get destroyed over and over again because it was funny. Like, Waspinator was like the comedic aspect of the show, because the show really dived into a lot of dark topics and mature themes. So Waspinator was kind of like the, you know, the comedy guy, like kind of like, you know, that cartoon villain, whereas Megatron was pretty sinister, and he really, like, he succeeded, if you think about it. Like, he's the only Megatron really to win.
I loved you talking to me about Beast Wars. And I know there was a lot of people, like, talking about their, their explanation of it. And I like listening to my husband talk, so it was very cute for him explaining it to me. But thank you, sweetheart, for explaining that to me.
Yeah, Waspinator got possessed by the ghost of Starscream. That's a great episode. Waspinator and Scorponok were the comedy relief. And I would say Rhinox kind of was too, sometimes for the Maximals, along with Cheetor. But I would be getting so invested into the story, and then Waspinator would appear, and he'd do the Waspinator thing, and it just felt like it would, as I was getting older, I mean, I grew up with really, like, goofy cartoon villains, like Cobra Commander and Starscream and all these other people, and it was now, like, 1996, 1997, 98, and to have, like, a character, you know, in a show acting like a moron, it took me out of the... It took me out of the show for a minute, and then it brought me back when, you know, someone would blow up Waspinator in a funny way. But it's just like... Yeah, I didn't like that. It was almost like Baxter Stockman. like type of voice. It was irritating.
My Sims Agents. That should be really fun.
Yeah. I remember watching a clip reel on YouTube years ago of Waspinator highlights of him being blown up. I don't know if it's still on there for copyright reasons, but it was pretty funny. It was like the best of Waspinator, and the guy who uploaded the video 10, 15 years ago just had like a highlight reel of all the times Waspinator was blown up. So... my favorite character was Dinobot. My least favorite character, the one that I was most annoyed by, was Waspinator. And the spider chick bothered me. Even, like, her reasonings for becoming a Maximal were weird. It was just because of her boyfriend, I think. I can't remember if his name was Silverhawk, but when he joined the show, I thought he was hilarious. And him annoying the Spider Girl was funny, but they were pretty serious. And you know, when he ends up dying and becoming like repurposed as a whatever, like a Cybertronian flying creature, that was pretty intense in Beast Machines, where she was separated from him or whatever. Silverbolt, I think it's either Silverhawk or Silverbolt. I don't remember. So. But I really... my favorite Predacon was definitely the person who was either Soundwave or Ravage. I can't remember, but he was a intergalactic, like, police officer pretending to be a good guy. And he was secretly working for the Predacons, because once a Decepticon, always a Decepticon. I thought that was a really cool reveal, because he was actually trying to chastise people and gaslight them, saying, well, I once was a Decepticon, but for all these centuries, you know, blah, 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 I've been upholding the peace and all this other stuff. And then deep down, you know, he was a Decepticon all along. I mean, it was just funny because all these people were telling him, like, oh, we can't trust this guy. I think it was Rat Trap was his name. The Rat was always telling people, like, I don't trust this guy, you know. He used to be a Decepticreep. You know, he brought back the old school language. Like where they used to call them Decepticreeps in the G1 show. So that was interesting. And then when it turns out that Rat Trap was right, and you know, you as an audience, you knew that there was something off with Ravage, I think. And then when it was finally the big reveal that he was a Decepticon and glory to Megatron and all this other stuff, that was cool. So yeah, I did like the show, but I was a bigger G1 fan than I was Beast Wars, because Beast Wars was the show that replaced Transformers in a sense. Even though it was Transformers, it wasn't the Transformers a lot of us were used to. Especially when they started doing reruns of the old G1 show, 1989, 1990 on select cable shows. Hello. Why are you guys shooting at each other? You realize those guys are on your side, right? Okay, that's great. Yep. I'm just gonna run around in the jungle, try to find my bearings. Which this is away from the stuff. I haven't got to glide on the vine yet. I kind of want to do that. Like, I haven't gotten to rail grind, which they show in the trailer. So I want to do that. How do I do that again? I just walk up to it. There we go. Cool. Whoa! When I get a chance, I probably will take Amber to see the Transformers movie, because I love the fact that Peter Cullen is still doing the voice of Optimus when he's almost 90 years old now. I think he's like 87 or 88 years old. He's getting up there. And the fact that he's still able to do his iconic voice without the assistance of AI and all that other stuff, which even James Earl Jones had to have AI, you know, make him sound younger when he did the Star Wars Obi-Wan show. At least that's what people are saying. I still think maybe he could have pulled it off, but it's still cool that they got Peter Cullen to reprise his role, because it's a different Optimus, you know. And he has a big role in this movie, I believe. Peter Cullen is 81? Okay. I knew he was in his 80s. I just couldn't remember if he was like... Who's older? Is Frank older than Peter? Is the guy who voiced the original Megatron, is he older or younger than Peter Cullen? Seven likes away from 140? Nice. Good job, guys and gals. Do I have a shotgun? Yes, I do. Da 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 da. Wow, Frank is only 77? Are you serious? That's incredible. Okay, how old is the original voice of Duke? How old is Michael Bell now? How old is Prowl? Is he the same age as Peter, or is he older? Because maybe I'm getting Peter and Bell's, like, ages mixed up. Not that we've really heard Michael Bell do much anymore anyway. So Bell is 84, okay. Yeah, Duke and Prowl. Oh. I can't remember the Beast Wars Transformers theme. Whenever I think of the Beast Wars Transformers theme, for me, in my head, it mixes between the Batman Beyond theme, the G1, or not G1. Technically it'd be Generation 2, wouldn't it be, with Rodimus? The ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. That'd be G2, wouldn't it? Or do they still consider... They don't consider Rodimus G1, do they? Ow. Hey, Dozenar. How are we doing? We're doing alright. I've had a pretty crazy day today. The Beast Wars theme had a tribal sound to it. Beast Wars! Oh, I used to remember it. I can remember part of it. Especially the guy screaming Beast Wars. Oh, you gotta turn off the music. Turn off the music. Turn off the music. I got out of the car. I shot the car. Ooh, this is a nice looking car. Oh shoot, I don't remember how to, sorry about that. Dang it. I was trying to do like a hard brake with the car, and I hit square by accident. I was trying to do like a 180. I was trying to hit the hard brake. I messed up. I'm so used to the Lego game that I hit the wrong button for the hard brake. In the Lego game, square is how you do, like, you change it. I think it's circle now. What is the hard break now? Okay, it's the top button. Well, that didn't work. Oh, I think somebody shot on my tire. No, they didn't. Why is this marked? Sniper somewhere. Yoink. Not seeing this sniper. I know they're up here. I saw the sniper fire coming from up here. Where exactly are you? Hello. I guess they hightailed it out of here a while ago. So, K-Wing, is Optimus the only Transformer character being put into Fortnite? They've got Optimus Primal and they have Optimus Prime. I'm assuming they're probably going to put more Transformers in this? I don't know. I don't know how many Transformers they are going to put in this, but still pretty cool that we have two Optimuses. There we go. So I usually get like 1 or 2 kills every time I'm out. Sometimes I get lucky and I get like 4 in a row. Not usually though. My team usually does all the heavy lifting. I'm not really the best at shooters, so. Ah! Yeah, I mean, these are mostly like community streams where I just kind of talk about stuff and play with viewers a little bit. Yeah, Beast Wars, I would encourage people to, if you can get past the animation, I'm gonna be completely honest, the look of the show, the CGI, it's a little bit better than going back and watching. How many of you guys remember Reboot? Anybody remember TBS's Reboot show? About living inside of a computer? Or Johnny Quest, The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest VR? Those shows, they have not aged well, CGI-wise. Beast Wars was kind of like in the middle to the end of the 90s, so some of the polish that they've done to bring the shows to DVD is okay, but it still is a product of its time. I almost wish that somebody would redo Beast Wars, like do a remake of that show, visual-wise, and just use the storylines and the audio from back then, because the visual quality has not aged well. That's my personal opinion, but it just doesn't look the best. Yeah, The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest, I think it was fine for a show until they started doing the weird CGI stuff. When they stopped doing the CGI, which they did eventually, the show looked much better. I thought it was a pretty interesting show. And as a kid, I didn't really care about the CGI, but it's like when you try to watch it now, it looks real bad. It looks like an N64 game on TV. Ow. Yeah, CGI shows look better in the 2000s. I totally agree. Yeah. Yep. 100%. 100% agree. A lot of the episodes of Beast Wars is on YouTube anyway, but I wouldn't recommend it because the quality isn't the best. You'd want to try to find Beast Wars on DVD if you could, because they did a pretty good job of optimizing the show to be able to watch it in HD, I think. I don't think it's in standard definition. They've re-released Beast Wars a couple times on DVD over the past, I want to say 15 years. Maximals Maximize. We'll call this section That's Just Prime. By Primus. By Primus. There we go. Alright, let's go again. Are there any other cool areas we can show off in this? Most of all the Transformers show are on Tubi? What is Tubi? Tubi. Wait, what's that? Tubi is an app you can watch shows. I'm just curious, like, how much does Beast Wars go for on DVD these days? I think I have it, but like I said, I don't think people could watch it anymore because the visual style is just okay. Beast Wars DVD. Oh wow. I mean, they upscaled it as best they could. The first season will run you about $15, and the second and third season were smacked together in one collection because there weren't that many episodes left because the budget got... That's the problem, too. The budget got messed up. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. The first season looked pretty good, and then you could tell the budget got whacked. Which actually would happen a lot with CGI shows. They would start out really strong, and then they would get renewed, and then they just start to skimp on the visuals. Who is my favorite Predacon? Not the Spider Lady. And it can't be Dinobot because Dinobot became a hero. I'd have to see the list of them, and then I could tell you. If I saw their names, I could remember. Beast Wars characters. I mean, I'm still amazed I remembered their transformation call out. Beast Wars Predacons. Or yeah, Predacons. Predacons, Beast Wars from the show. So I'm on Wiki right now. I know I didn't like the Predacons very much because their symbol was basically that of like a wasp. And I have an allergy to bees. Honeybees, wasps, and yellow jackets. I have a very bad allergy. So that their thing always creeped me out. I did not like Black Arachnia or Tarantulas because they were spiders. So whenever they got blown up, I was happy. I don't like spiders at all. So I never thought they were cool. It was like, arachnophobia. Spiders. Don't like them. Scorponok was okay, but they made him an idiot. If I remember, Scorponok had a cool look to him, but didn't he have like a really exaggerated Texan accent? Didn't Scorponok sound like this? Except it was done by maybe Scott McNeil. No, Scott McNeil was Rat Trap. Who played Scorponok? Who was the actor who played Scorponok? Does anybody remember? All I know is he sounded like an exaggerated Texan every time. And it was like, he's supposed to be the bad guy? He sounds like a generic cartoon villain. I reckon. I have somebody on my back. There's somebody riding on a dinosaur. Was riding on a dinosaur. Did you guys get him? Everybody loves the dinosaurs. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I was trying to look at a... Uh-oh. Sniper! Why'd you guys remove my cover? Wait, how did my health get full? I guess I wasn't paying attention. Alright, let's see. I think Inferno was kind of cool. Thank you, guys. Yeah, didn't they try to clone Dinobot? And didn't he become good again? But he, like, died when he realizes that he was cloned or something? I mean, it's hard for me to say Ravage, because Ravage was a Decepticon. He was a council agent who was supposed to be there to originally arrest Megatron. And then he, you know, joins up with Megatron or something. But Ravage doesn't live very long. He dies somehow. I think they're doing something involving the Ark or something. And Ravage blows himself up and says, for the glory of Megatron. He does something to ruin the Maximals, to prevent them from doing something. I don't remember what it was, though. It was too long ago. I'm just amazed that you guys have a way better memory than I do, because I can remember aspects of the show, but I only watched it through once. And then I bought it on DVD, and you know, when you go back and you buy these shows that were in your childhood and you never watched them, you own them because they fill you with good memories, and you have the ability to watch them if you want, but you never do. It's like I'm a cartoon collector, but I don't watch all the cartoons that I collect. I like having them around because it brings back good memories of a time that's long gone. So, nostalgia. But I hardly watch them or take them out of the shrink wrap. There are very few shows that I've done that for that I've collected. Uh-oh. This is fine. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, I can't remember. But I can tell you the shows that I've collected on DVD that I have rewatched, all of them. Cops, Fighting Crime in a Future Time. I rewatched all 60 episodes over the course of 3 years. Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs. Its first DVD release. I don't have its Blu-ray, but I have its original DVD release. The Legend of Zelda. I watched that the day it came. Ruby Spears Superman, all 13 episodes. The day it arrived, I remember watching the Superpowers Galactic Team, which was the last iteration of the Justice League Super Friends show with Adam West and Casey Kasem, and it had really good animation. It was based after the Neil Adams, Dennis O'Neil run. Let's see, what else? Silverhawks I've watched all the way through for nostalgia. Thundercats, Transformers. When I got them all on DVD, I watched everything up until Rodimus, and then I stopped watching. G.I. Joe, I watched all of it with Amber. Up until they replaced Duke. Shoot. What else? Galaxy Rangers. Watched all of that. Did not watch Jason the Wheeled Warriors after I got it. It's still in its packaging. He-Man, I did. I watched all of He-Man with Amber. We did it over the course of like 2 years. Used to watch, and that was back when we cut the cord. So after we got married, He-Man came out on DVD in 2007 through 2007, 2009. So we would fall asleep watching a disc sometimes. We had it on in the background. And actually, we didn't have a TV in our room. We watched it on a laptop. A laptop that was on a TV tray. Because until we moved to our bigger apartment in Avalon, we didn't have really a lot of stuff in our room. And then I don't know how I did it. I don't even think Amber was happy with it, but somehow I got a TV in our bedroom, and we would watch DVDs sometimes. But mostly we just watched, because you have to remember, we weren't working all the time. Like, we had downtime. We would upload a video and it would get like 100,000 views, and then we'd go out to dinner, or we would just kind of watch a Korean drama or whatever, and then after we'd been watching a Korean drama so long that it'd be time to work again, and neither one of us would want to work or live stream. Because it's like, you know, the video did its job. Like, you posted the video and it got views, and then you just went about your day. That doesn't happen anymore. So in order for the channel to be alive, we have to literally be live for people to find our videos, old or new. And as soon as the live feature goes off on the channel, then nobody can find our content. We don't pick up any subscribers when the channel is no longer live. Subscribers only happen during live streams. It doesn't happen because people find the videos. They only find them when we're live. Which is incredibly frustrating, but that's what happens when your channel gets shadow banned. Is the channel doesn't work unless you're working with the channel. And it's incredibly time consuming. Yep, good job winning again, guys. Alright, we're gonna do one more. And then I haven't really gotten to eat yet. So, and then we'll start prepping for the My Sim stream. I called that one by Primus. Yeah, Starscream was a ghost in that show. Who was Quick Strike? Was Quick Strike in the show? Or was he a toy? Oh, the snake guy! The Cobra! Oh! I got it wrong. Quick Strike is the southern guy. He had the southern accent. What did Scorponok sound like? Didn't he sound like Starscream, kind of? I remember liking the snake, the Cobra guy. But Dinobot was my favorite. But he became a good guy, so I don't know. I guess you could say Dinobot would be my favorite Predacon and Maximal. I don't know. Then my number 2 Maximal would probably be Optimus Primal, or Rhinox was fun. Silverbolt was hilarious. Rat Trap was annoying, but when you realize that he's Duo Maxwell from Gundam Wing, I mean, you kind of forgive all the annoying things that, you know, Rat Trap did, because he's literally Duo. Alright, last match. Pterosaur was the Starscream in Beast Wars. What did Scorponok sound like? If the snake guy was the Texas exaggerated accent, what did Scorponok sound like? Last match, guys. Let's go. Does anybody remember? Scorponok did have a southern accent too. There were two of them. Was the Cobra guy and Scorponok's first season as well? Because I know Scorponok fell in a volcano and died, and he was all purple. Like Scorponok like fell in a volcano in one of the battles. Man, that is so long ago. I thought Scorponok betrayed Megatron and tried to destroy the Maximals too. I vaguely remember he created some type of plague or something. Like a virus or something, and he tried to destroy Earth or something. I don't remember. And then he ended up failing and falling into a volcano or something. How's it going?
Anything you need, I'll get that. Let me take the lead, don't sweat that. If you wanna eat, I'll chef that.
You're on my team? Thank you. I still can't believe they don't have more G.I. Joes in this. Can I tell you guys something hilarious? You probably won't believe me, but I called out YouTube, what, like an hour ago? Right? There's been less people on this stream than were on Zelda for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Right? Less people watching this than The Legend of Zelda, with a lower watch time than The Legend of Zelda. How many views do you think this stream has? Just rough estimate. What do you guys think? Almost 1,000, yep. See? Yep. Less watch time. The watch time is 10 minutes less than the average watch time of The Legend of Zelda, with less concurrent viewers than The Legend of Zelda, and less time streaming than The Legend of Zelda. This is why I mean something really fishy is going on. Mm-hmm. No, it has nothing to do with Fortnite. It wouldn't matter what game I'm playing. Actually, The Legend of Zelda got likes faster than this stream. And had over 100 people. At its peak, it had 120 people. That's wicked sus. You want to know the reason it was fixed? Is because I called out their shenanigans on social media and I've got people retweeting and talking about it. They don't like it when people bring to light their shady practices. Right, that's what I'm saying. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom should have had over 1,000 views. Especially for streaming over 2 hours with 120 people watching and like 170 likes. During that stream, YouTube took away 350 views live, and they subtracted 40 likes during the first hour. And the watch time was 25 minutes, I think. Higher retention rate, longer stream, more people watching, less views. Doesn't make sense. As a math teacher, if I was one, that would drive me insane. You can't, though. You can't sue YouTube. It's impossible. They would countersue you. And unfortunately, we're dependent on their income, so all we want is just to be treated fairly. We don't understand. It actually costs them more money and resources to try and sabotage us than it would just to let us profit. And if they actually left us alone so we could do our job, they would make more money in the long run. So it doesn't make any sense. That's why I really hope that somebody like Elon Musk buys YouTube, because then it'll be a proper system again. Like, it'll be a fair operating, make money system. We don't have any protections as creators. We don't have an Elon Musk on YouTube. We've got fascists and dictators and regimes. We have not very nice people behind the scenes running this platform. I'm not saying it needs to be him. It needs to be someone like him that has a lot of money and just allows people to make money without interference. We're getting interference from being able to earn income. Like, honestly, I wouldn't have a leg to stand on if, like, say there was like 50 people watching Legend of Zelda for 2 hours. That would definitely be under 1,000 views, of course. But I had 130 people watching. And in less amount of time, with less average watch time on this stream, which, I mean, you guys love Fortnite, but the watch time is only 6 minutes average. Zelda was 15. If anything, this stream shouldn't be performing as well as it is. Mathematically, it doesn't make sense. Alright, we're still waiting. It's not triggering another match for us. Still waiting. Actually, I want to look at Optimus. Can I go look at Optimus for a little bit? Oh, never mind. Here we go. Last match. Waiting. They just ran ads. After my little soapboxing, it's like they wait till I finish, and then it's like, just so you're aware, YouTube will start running ads shortly for some of your viewers. It's like, okay. They waited for me to have a pause, and then they're like, we're gonna run ads now. High rolling moment ensued. You should go to Kick. I mean, the only problem with going to a new platform is we can't tell people we're going to a new platform. Like, even if I made a new video, then I'm going to get people like, well, I watch you here on YouTube Gaming. I don't want to go to another platform. And then when you do those type of announcements, you end up shooting yourself in the foot because your audience is here on YouTube. And then they get mad and they find another streamer, and it's like, we can't afford to lose regular viewers because they're the only ones who get our content. The people that, show up for the live streams, we've had anywhere between 230 people, 300, 150, 120, 135, 90. Those people are regulars. They try to watch as many streams as possible to keep us in business. If we rock the boat too much, then those people get their feelings hurt, and then they go to another content creator that they can plainly see don't have the problems our channel has under the hood. And it's much easier for them, They don't feel like a loser watching us because that content creator has 500,000 subs. They're averaging about 20,000 views a video because their channel works. Probably the hardest thing about everything is just the sheer embarrassment I have of being sabotaged, because it makes my life difficult when I talk to companies trying to get in-streaming ads, do commercials like with Raid or HelloFresh or whatever. They look at my numbers and they're like, well, you used to be popping, and now it's like we can't really offer this opportunity to you because you're just below the margin, just below. Same thing with Square Enix. I had an argument with Square, I think it was 2 years ago, where they said, we require our creators in our program to earn at least 20,000 views a video. If it was totally my fault and the views were destroyed and the audience was taken away, I would probably just be like, I need to do something to get everything back. But the hardest aspect of all of this is I know that literally there's an error on the channel. I've been told that by Google. I've been told that by former YouTube employees, and there's no way to fix it. And that's the most maddening thing, because I always think maybe somehow there'll be a way that this gets fixed or something, and things will just go back to how they are. And the end result is YouTube would really just want me to quit because they don't want to deal with it. They don't like me calling them out. They don't like paying us. They don't like doing a ton of stuff. They've been trying for years to get us off the platform. They just don't like us. Even our YouTube partner guy who helps us out, he doesn't really like talking to me very much, because he says whenever I talk to him, I always bring up things that he feels I'm judging about his performance, when it's not him. It's I'm just showing him that this data doesn't add up, or you guys did this live, and, I just ask questions, and you're not supposed to ask questions. You're supposed to do your job and everything else. You're not supposed to bring up concerns or problems or notify them of issues. They hate that. So, they take their time responding to me. I remember I asked, it was a couple days ago, I brought attention to something that they were doing that was shady. And there was a dude on the, what do they call that? The little chat box on YouTube. And the guy told me originally, or girl, I don't know, that it would be a 15-minute wait. And I told him what the problem was. And then they said, 1 second, and then they didn't get back to me for 3 hours. I was just sitting there in the queue, and they were helping everybody else. And my problem wasn't even that significant. I just had a question that I was trying to gotcha them because I was screenshotting the entire conversation. But I just wanted them to clarify something, and they eventually did. And it was thank you. And I screenshotted what they said for my records because I knew what they were doing. The conversation had to do with about CPM and if they really pay creators if they don't hit the 1,000 views, either during the live stream or afterwards. And they clarified something that was terrifying, which was that even if a video hits 1,000 views in general, if it doesn't hit 1,000 views when it's archived, then it doesn't count as a video CPM. The CPM only counts for when a stream hits 1,000 views while it's live. Then you would get the live CPM. Then you have to wait. This is according to what they said. Then you have to wait for the video as it's archived to generate another 1,000 views for it to count as toward that cost per 1,000 CPM. And this is a change they've very slyly implemented about, oh, I don't know, probably a year ago, something like that. They completely changed the game. So I have that conversation screenshotted. Because it's very sus. And then all this week, I've had every stream that I've done be prevented making 1,000 views during the live stream. Since, what's today, Friday? Since Tuesday night. Almost 4 days. Since Tuesday night, like the 11 o'clock, or the 10 o'clock, or the 8:30 stream, which 8:30 stream always gets like 11 or 12 or 1,300 views easy, right? So since that day, which the conversation, this is going to get more suspicious. The conversation that I had with that person on Google Chat was Monday night. Like, well, no, technically it was Tuesday morning at like 3 in the morning, but it would have been like midnight their time or 11 o'clock their time, whatever. And then around Wednesday, either Wednesday or Tuesday, that day is when the shenanigans with being unable to hit 1,000 views per stream happened. See? As a rational thinking person, then the little, like, alarms go off in my head. Wait a second. Wait a second. That's shady. That's suspicious. That's not a coincidence. Because prior to talking to them, asking a simple question, which may have been a loaded question, I will neither confirm nor deny it, but I asked a question, and then immediately the day after I asked the question is when the channel started to plummet. So, yeah, that's not on the up and up. And that's not an episode of The Twilight Zone. That really happened. I have the conversation. I have the evidence of when, for 3 days, every stream we've done has been below 1,000 views while streaming. And then afterwards, it has generated 1,000 views, but we don't get paid for that video because it didn't hit 1,000 views when it was archived. So, yeah. But then, lo and behold, I go and I say things on Twitter tonight, and all of a sudden the channel starts working again. And nobody bats an eye, like nobody thinks that's suspicious. Very interesting. Oh yeah, if you guys want, you can go, like, you know, guns a-blazing and take people down if you want, but you might not win this round, I don't know. Oh, that was cool. Sliding kill. Thanks for the backup. Appreciate it. Alright, so we're... Whoa! Never mind. Yeah, they're hungry. You saw YouTube vent. Yup. I don't know, but I do that kind of stuff to them quite a bit. I ask them a question, and then I screenshot what they say, so that when I email one of the higher-ups, I can use that as an example. Like, well, I did call or contact support, and this is what they had to say. And then the person's like, well, they shouldn't be saying that, or interesting. We'll get back to you. And then after when I tell the friend that we have at YouTube or Google, if they're still there, I think they are, then the channel will start working again for like 3 months, no problems. And then it'll start, like, you know, getting messed up again randomly. And then I have to do it again. It's just, it's a very annoying situation. Why did I think that I could use Ascend? I keep thinking every game I play now, Zelda has ruined me. Every single game. that I have played while covering Tears of the Kingdom, there is not one moment, I don't know if this happens to you guys, but there's not one moment in my head when I'm underneath something being like, I think I'll ascend because I don't feel like finding stairs. It's happened during Street Fighter in the story mode. It's happened during Gollum and other games I've been playing. Even Fortnite now. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I just don't want to climb up all these stairs. And I'm just going to ascend through the thing. And it's like, nope, can't do that because that's only in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. But it happens so much for me now when I play different games. I just keep thinking about it. You're studying constitutional law. It's not a constitutional-based thing. You would have to somehow prove that YouTube is trying to deplatform us because of our faith, which would be very hard to prove, because then their argument would be like, well, look, we have these other Christians on our platform that are doing fine. We don't know what's going on with the K-Wings. But the thing is, they might actually not hate those people. They don't like us, because there are a lot of former Maker Studios employees that work for YouTube. And Maker Studio did not like us because they tried to sue us over a breach of contract, which was not true. They were the ones who did the breach, not us. But they tried to throw us under the bus when we said, aha, look what you did. So. And I know for a fact there's several former Maker people and Machinima people that are at high positions in YouTube right now. Like I said, the only way that we would ever be unshadow banned is you would have to have like a billionaire come in and fix everything. And then you could actually... The sad thing is, you can bring up these complaints, they won't do anything. They'll acknowledge it and they'll be like, I'm sorry, we're going to send you something in the mail. You get a t-shirt. When we first like had them look into the this is a true story. After the channel was shadow banned... Okay, after the channel was shadow banned, we contacted YouTube Corporate or whatever, and we're working with them, and they were like, in the meantime, we want to do something for you, and it's like, oh, really? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, they're gonna try to help out by, like, putting us on trending or something like that. I kid you not, they sent Amber and I 2 YouTube Gaming t-shirts and a mug. That's what they did. There was a little card... And they said they were sorry about the hacking incident, and we got, instead of being put on trending, or, you know, being plugged by them on social media, which is something that would have really helped, we got a t-shirt, 2 t-shirts, and a mug, and a card. And they said, thank you for everything that we do for YouTube Gaming. It was like, okay. Alright, that, yep. I still have the card somewhere. Bless Shadow's little heart. The t-shirts we don't have anymore. When Shadow was having problems, the t-shirts happened to be in the basement pile that Shadow defecated on when Shadow was struggling with her kidney disease in her last years. She wrecked those Google shirts. Yeah, second was close. That was fun though. You guys did a great job. I miss that cat. That cat could always tell when we were stressed. Zelda, not so much. Zelda can't really tell when people are stressed. I don't blame Shadow. Yeah. Alright, so anyway, guys and gals, that is it. That is all. Thank you so much for watching. That was the Transformers thing. So, my Sims will be starting up at 11:15, and that'll be for JCat. And I'm going to go wake Amber up now. get the Wii hooked up, all that stuff. It'll take me, JCat, it'll take me about, to advertise the stream, to wake up Amber, and to change the equipment, because I gotta hook up the Wii U now. We're looking at probably about 10-15 minutes to get everything started. So I hope you're still around. And Amber is KO'd. I can hear her upstairs. She's out. So anyway, you guys will be redirected to my Sims. I'm gonna take care of that, and then I'm gonna be resting my voice because I'm getting kind of hoarse in my throat. But I'm gonna take a picture of this stream as it ends to prove again the difference between the two things that happened. So, all right, later, guys and gals. Thanks so much for watching.